Hey everybody, this is Tim from Mainly Muscle Cars, along with Ryan here, my co-pilot and movie producer today. We are looking at a 71 Bronco, pretty cool one for us. Little different than our normal. It's not lifted, it's not cut, doesn't have great big bumpers, but it's a neat little rig. It's kind of the quintessential Bronco, kind of like what you would have picked up at the dealership back in 1971. Obviously everything's been done to it. It's got new paint, new interior, new suspension. Take a look at the pictures underneath. It's beautiful underneath. Nice truck. Anyway, take a look at the panel alignment. It's good. We spent some time, as well as Ryan did, getting the doors aligned. And the biggest thing on these is weather strip, which most people don't think, is getting that weather strip to fit right. But great looking lines on this one. Take a look at the chrome, like your emblems are new, your bumpers are new, headlight trim rings are original but cleaned up. Just mirrors are new, all the weather strip is new, the thing was painted apart. Just over and over, just kind of look at the details. I guess that's kind of what separates this one from a lot of the ones we do. I know, Ryan, you've owned 4 of these?
Yeah, 3 or 4, I've lost track.
You bought 3 for me.
Yep,
so,
yep.
Ryan's not only works here, he's a client. So
this one definitely stands out to me. We've had one pretty much the exact replica of this, but it was all original. And this one does a very good job of being original, but super shiny. So it's really cool to see just how much has been touched on this. I've just been amazed, you know?
It's kind of in the details. I like if you look like the piano hinge for the windshield.
Exactly.
That's a new stainless steel one. You know, they painted behind the grill, so the grill shell was painted off. When they painted the grill white, they painted the backside as well. You know, this isn't a $200,000 Bronco. If you'd like to offer that much, we can talk. But it's a really good Bronco, one that's super nice. You can still drive it. You can take it to shows. You know, I guess you could take it out on some gravel roads and stuff. I mean, that's going to be your prerogative. You do drive a $100,000 new truck and take that in a gravel road.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's just jump in and take it for a ride.
All right. You hear that door close over there? Wonder who did that.
Solid.
Solid.
I gotta roll my window down for a minute. It's hot out there.
The one-handed seatbelt?
It is. It's a rare option. Okay. But super simple. Everything's manual on this one. This one has been upgraded engine-wise. I mean, it's just the stock engine in it. And I believe this is the born with engine. Odometer showing 56,000. You know, we don't have any mileage documentation to show. The engine looked all original. So what we did is we always pull the valve covers to take a look inside. It looks stock and original. These ones are really prone to bad exhaust, the valve stem seals basically. So we replaced all the valve stem seals. Prior to it coming to us, somebody had put an original, like a Mustang style 4-barrel intake on it. It's got a Holley carburetor on it. So a little bump in power. It does have dual exhaust. So it runs good. I mean, a little more power than stock. But everything's manual on this one, so. So it's manual steering, manual brakes, manual transmission. We had a rare day of sunshine, so we just decided to jump in this and go out for a spin. Show you guys. A couple things to do. We've got the rear door back there needs adjusted. Steering wheel needs aligned correctly, so we put the stock steering wheel back on it. So this has to be adjusted, which we'll do that. So when we're done, it will be correct. So it's constantly going left. But the clutch feels nice. Tranny shift's really smooth. Brakes feel good. The drums are aggressive. everybody's used to trying to stop these things with 35-inch tires, and obviously front brakes that were designed for a 29-inch tall tire are not going to be very impressive with a 35-inch tire. In fact, they're kind of downright dangerous. But when this one came to us, it still had the stock original suspension in it, and the springs were a little soft. We ordered a new spring, basically a whole suspension kit from Tom. So we had new shocks as well. So 4 shocks plus a steering stabilizer, front coils, rear leafs. We also did a 2-degree bushing in the front end. I like a little more caster, so it's just going to drive better on the highway. The tires are brand new, and they're a 235, 75, 15. But it's kind of nice. I like the ride. It's not too stiff and it's not too soft. It's kind of like in that Goldilocks zone. But this road is pretty much traveled by a lot of rock trucks, a lot of logging trucks, and so it is grooved really heavily. We're doing just a little over 50 right now, and there's no drama at all. Most Broncos, you're going 50 miles an hour, and you're gripping the steering wheel pretty hard, just trying to anticipate which way it wants to go. This one, even with the big ruts in the road and bumps, it tracks really nice. I mean, you can drive this thing across the state and not feel worn out when you got there.
Take a closer look at the motor here. Aluminum radiator, completely detailed. As Tim mentioned, this has the 4-barrel in the intake. Look how clean it is. Runs real nice, as you saw in the video. But the detail is impressive, as Tim mentioned, with all the new emblems. Paint the grille, front end, back side. The hardware is impressive, just everything's been touched. Don't forget to check out those photos of underneath. I think it's cleaner than most Broncos topsides.
Oh, it's cleaner than, I'd say, 99% of all cars.
Yeah.
It's crazy clean.
It is.
Take a look at the pictures. It's pretty ridiculous. But you know, we had the axles out. You know, front and rear drive shafts were out.
All new seat belts, new upholstery. The parchment looks amazing in this.
Yeah, that rear seat frame was powder coated.
Visors, headliners done when the paint was done, as I recall. All new glass.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
new
tinted
new weather
glass.
strip,
Yeah.
tinted.
Tank caps.
I mean, it's just, there's a lot of receipts. I mean, you could take, you know, a couple hours going through that stuff. That's the original instrument cluster there. We just pulled it out, cleaned it, painted the needles. That's one reason we're kind of thinking that could be the original mileage on it. And also, like I said, we took, when the motor was there, we pulled the valve covers. It looked all original inside. So I would believe that, you know, was it 56?
Yeah.
56,000, yeah. So I would believe that. Most of the time I wouldn't. But looking kind of the condition of a lot of the original parts that were still on this.
Well, we had our 68 was the spitting image of this, and it had 51,000.
Was it 51?
Yeah.
So. But the door jambs look good. I mean, the thing was painted apart. You know, anytime you can paint behind that grill shell, it's kind of horrible to have apart. But like the bottom of the hood looks good. The fenders look really nice. The inner fenders. I don't know if the camera really pick it up, but they can see the pictures of the underside.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But gearing wise too, this is you can cook right along it. It takes off easy. It's, you know, we were doing 50 and it was no sweat. So
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. I've been in quite a few, and this one just feels stable and nice.
yeah, well the stock springs were a little sacked, so that's
Yeah.
why we went with just all new Tom's kit. It's just
Yeah.
cleaner that way too. So I mean, a whole new suspension kit's only what, $1,400 with good shocks. So it was kind of stupid if you're gonna have everything out to not put them in there. So it just works right. You know, a couple little tweaks here and there will do. Like I said, we got to do the rear door because you could hear that rattling a little bit, and that's just basically an adjustment on the mechanism. So, but beyond that, it's quiet inside. You know, there's no rattles underneath the dash. So, and heater works, wipers work, turn signals work, everything works. It's just a good little Bronco.
Sure is.
So, some more miles on it?
Let's go drive it again.
Okay.
This might be a lesson for some in the manual transmission column shift department.
It is.
It's intimidating at first, but
It's kind of funny that it does scare people, but you know, we're just used to it.
yep.
So to have a shifter on the column that's not automatic is foreign, and then you're trying to think about shift patterns, but I don't know, it comes to you pretty quick. I mean, it's like muscle memory. You shift it a few times, and you know, crap, you only got 4 positions. So it's, you know, like you're trying to decode, you know, foreign language. You got 4 spots, I guess you got 5 spots you could be in neutral. But taking off,